An 18-year-old has been injured at the PNE while driving in a demolition derby, a derby in which the drivers were blindfolded. As Gina Yu reports, it's the first time such an event has been held at the PNE, and it could be the last.
The only lady up there in this one, just her second ever demolition derby, only 18 years old, from Abbotsford, Kelly Niebert.
She's driven in at least 2 other PNE demolition derbies, but Kelly Niebert has never done it blindfolded. And unlike normal derby cars, these don't have safety reinforcements. Niebert and her navigator were in this blue car, being hit from both sides. Seconds later, another car crashes in from behind. The navigator waves frantically before 3 more hits. Finally, the red flag goes up and first aid attendants rush to the scene. Niebert suffered minor bruises to her ribs and a sore neck caused when her seatbelt tightened around her. She was taken to hospital and later released. A PNE spokesman says a decision will be made tomorrow on whether the blindfolded version of the demolition derby will continue next year. Gina Yu, CBC News.
CBC Evening News with Kevin Evans.
Good evening and welcome to a Tuesday edition of the Evening News. The Stein Valley is one of the better-known names in BC geography. Saved us to cancel a demolition derby event despite injuries to a young driver last night. Concerns have been raised about the safety of the event because the drivers are all blindfolded. Gina Yu has more.
Every year, the PNE's demolition derby proves itself as the most popular spectator event. In this game of smash and win, the object is to be the last car moving. This year, the PNE decided to add a twist and blindfold the drivers for 2 of the competitions. Except last night, 18-year-old Kelly Niebert had a few problems with that idea. She was driving this blue car, being pummeled from both sides. And unlike regular derby cars, these ones don't have safety reinforcements. Niebert's navigator waves frantically before the car is hit several more times.
We were waiting for the horn. We were waiting for the corrective signal, which he did not indicate. In the future derby, we're going to actually have some handheld air horns, and hopefully that will help them, and they'll remember to use that. But in this case, he just didn't blow the horn.
Obviously, we don't want to see anyone get seriously hurt here, and we've been doing the demolition derby here for over 15 years. We haven't yet have a serious injury here, and we feel that the safety precautions are in place to make sure that that doesn't happen.
Niebert was taken to hospital with minor rib and neck injuries caused when her seatbelt tightened around her.
This is not an oddity to our event, to have people injured and hurt and bruised, and it's part of it. They're in a high-risk sport of motorsport.
Although it's a competition that's not regulated by any laws, organizers point out that all drivers have to sign a waiver. Despite the incident, the PNE says it's not planning to cancel another blind derby on Friday.
Personally, I'm not going to go and get behind that wheel because I think they're crazy, but they have a lot of fun doing it, and our spectators love it.
Demolition derbies aren't the only draw at the PNE. Tonight, for example, the crash test dummies play the Coliseum. Gina Yu, CBC News, Vancouver.